Hi, everyone. First Alert Meteorologist Scott Gagliardi here with your Friday morning weather extra. It's a chilly start, or at least it was. Temperatures are really climbing pretty quickly. There we go. And what we're expecting throughout the rest of the day today, temperatures, they're going to be climbing well up into the 60s. So if you like the warmth, you're going to love today. If you like a little bit of mugginess, you're going to get that tomorrow with even warmer temperatures, as we're expecting 80s for inland areas of Connecticut. The typical cooler spots, especially along the shoreline. We're talking out by Groton, New London, Stonington. You'll be cooler, but still above average, expecting those low 60s, maybe even middle 60s. So there's some warmth on the way for everybody, which is good news, and it sticks around, which is even better news. Let's take a live look outside, though, right now in New London, where it's 47 degrees. Temperatures climbed pretty quickly. Wind speeds are calm, and we see abundant sunshine is certainly still the theme for the morning. That will change, though, later on today. Here's a live look in Mystic. You see some of those high, thin clouds way off in the distance. Some of those are the leading edge of a warm front that is definitely going to be living up to its name by as early as today. 38 degrees over at Bradley. Any plans to head out to the airports this morning? Looks good. Not expecting any issues weather-wise if you're heading somewhere nice and warm. Now, I'll give you another update on our drought monitor. These maps came out yesterday, and big improvements from where things have been, not just last week, but over the past several months. Finally, most of the state looking at abnormally dry conditions, which, we could still use some improvements, but nothing like the severe drought and even at times near extreme drought that we had earlier through the last fall and into the part of the winter. We've been making slow improvements throughout the past several months, which is good news. Very good news. Here's a look at your temperatures, though. A lot of these have climbed anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees in just the last 30 to 40 minutes. So, we're expecting 60s by noon, and then even beyond that. The temperatures don't stop there. We're climbing well up into the 60s this afternoon. This is as that warm front approaches the state. Look at that, 67 by 4 p.m. The clouds, though, certainly on the increase as our moisture levels will be increasing. Now, there's no wind gusts out there right now. We're expecting those to change a bit later on today in that 20 to 30 mile per hour range, and no rainfall expected. But what we're really looking for is the possibility of some elevated fire weather concerns today. So low levels of humidity, temperatures, as you just saw, well up into the 60s, and that bit of a breeze out there certainly will make things, not so much probable, but there's a possibility that any type of fire out there could spread very quickly. So just be mindful of that today. Our breezes actually pick up a bit for tomorrow, but the moisture levels increase as well. As mentioned, there's a touch of humidity with temperatures in the 80s. So some changes there for sure. Notice on satellite and radar some of those high, thin clouds making their way as far as, Connecticut, western parts of the state, seeing a few of those. There's some rain way out to the west. And can't rule out the isolated chance of a shower later on tonight. We're talking after sunset. That's with that warm front. And it's really going to stay mild. I mean, we're talking good signals days 6 through 10, even days 8 through 14. So for the rest of the month, we could mix in a cooler day here and there. But the overwhelming data suggests milder than average temperatures. So very good news there. Precipitation is very low, but honestly, with how the month started, being very dreary out there, I don't think there's any complaints. Now, we'll certainly need more moisture and more rain soon, so we hope this doesn't last too long. But either way, there's a couple light shower chances. You'll see them play out on First Alert Futurecast, giving you the wider regional view first. Notice high pressure to the south, but that will be pulling away, and it gives way to an area of low pressure, which will be swinging in a warm front. Here's 9 p.m. Notice northern parts of the state have the best chance to see a shower tonight. And then we get, it's called warm sectored. So you have in Connecticut a warm front to the north and a cold front out to the west. A southerly breeze, southwesterly wind will be bringing in very, very mild temperatures. You'll notice it. If you have early morning plans tomorrow on your Saturday morning, temperatures will already be well up into the 50s, if not 60 degrees. So, that's some mild stuff. And then as that a cold front approaches, the chance, it's not the likelihood, but the chance for an isolated shower does exist Saturday afternoon. and into Saturday evening. Now, we mentioned the dew points and the humidity values. Well, they'll be going up in a pretty big way. I mean, if this was summertime, we'd say, things look good, but it's all relative because we haven't dealt with much humidity locally this so far. You don't normally see it in April and at least early spring, which is where we are right now. But we're going to see it tomorrow. Dew points up into the 60s with air temperatures in the 80s, upper 70s. Yeah, you're going to notice it. You'll see it play out on our more localized look of our first alert Futurecast. So as we saw earlier, temperatures right now 40s and 50s. And later on this afternoon, more clouds as temperatures climb well up into the 60s. And then here's 9 p.m. Northern parts of the state, chance for a spot shower. Best chance is to the north and east. Then you're waking up on your Saturday. Look at that, 60 in Danbury at 7 a.m. Everybody else well up into the 50s. By noon, 70s. Stays a bit cooler to the south and east. And then look at that, we don't stop there. Low 80s with a very isolated shower chance. These are not plan-altering showers, just maybe a sprinkle here or there. Later in the day on our Saturday, notice it's still very mild. And then see that little strip of green to the north after sunset? Well, that's some showers associated with a cold front. And that cold front will cool things off, certainly, by Sunday morning, Easter Sunday morning. So if you have any early morning sunrise services on Easter, it will be a bit cooler, still well above average. Should be closer to, say, 39, 40. We'll be in that 49 to 54 degree range with a few clouds around. And don't worry, the temperatures on Easter Sunday, well, they'll climb up very similar to what we'll see today. Upper 60s, increasing clouds later on throughout the day. You'll notice that for sure. Sunset comes in tonight, 7:35. That's exciting. It's, I believe, May 10th is our first 8 p.m. sunset. So less than a month away. Very good news there. If you're heading to the Yard Goats game, they're taking on Portland. First pitch, about 60. By the ninth inning, definitely a lot of clouds out there. And if you're heading north and east, maybe a shower. But either way, in Hartford, very, very low chances for any even light showers today. Tonight, we'll bottom out in the 40s to near 50. It is quite mild, well above average, and mostly cloudy. Your first alert 7-day forecast. Today's a beautiful day. I mean, tomorrow, if anything, if you look at the next 7 days, tomorrow's the anomaly. I mean, 82 is also nowhere near the record of 96 degrees. Imagine that. No way. That's too hot. I'll take the 80s any day, though. So tomorrow looks good. Get outside and enjoy it. Even Saturday night into Sunday is mid-50s. Easter Sunday, as mentioned, the morning hours feature cooler temperatures. I mean, it's not bad. As we see Easter, this is a year where it's certainly later in the year. Better chances to see these nice, warmer temperatures. Because, I mean, there's been days, or I should say there's been years, many years ago, but Easter featured some snow. Yeah, that's Connecticut's changing climate, right? By Monday, though, better chance for showers at night. Over the next 7 days, Monday night is the best chance to see some showers more widespread across the state. Keeping those mid-60s around for Earth Day on Tuesday. And then check out next Wednesday, after a cooler start in the 40s, low 40s, which is average and will be for that time frame, bumping up back up to 70. And then by Thursday, low 70s again, even along the shoreline. So that's 72. We'll say that's closer towards New Haven and points west. Head out towards Groton, New London, Mystic, Stonington. Expect those lower 60s. It's this time of year where Connecticut can see 80s inland and then those 60s along the shoreline, just your relative location to the cooler Long Island Sound with water temperatures there in the 40s. So definitely will feel cooler. By Easter Sunday, looks good though. 67, upper 50s to near 60 for Monday. And then that warming trend sticks around as we talked about the sign for and signal for warmth to stick around through Connecticut stays through the rest of the month. So very, very excited about that. All right, well, enjoy your holiday weekend. Good Friday. It's a great Friday today, weather-wise. And then through the weekend looks spectacular. Enjoy it. Get outside. And we'll have one more of these First Alert weather extras today. Tonight, I should say, at 9:30. And then we'll see you again next week. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.